would again give us knowledge. It would empower us to know who we are. Where do we come from? The slave trade, everything was lost. And the government owes us to us as a people to know where we come from.
What are your thoughts on reparations?
I think ideally it is owed, but in reality, I don't believe that it will happen. How do you put an amount on, and where does it start and where does it stop? So how do you calculate? I mean, America would be bankrupt, right?
What if I just start asking white people for money?
No.
Oh shit. Oh.
I want to take a little bit of time out to say thank you for my wonderful patrons, which you see right here on the screen. If you go to Crimson60620 at patreon.com, you can actually help support the show and get your name shown up on the screen. Thank you.
Alright. We have seen a lot more of this cringy shit from Channel 5 News with Andrew Cunningham. And what we're gonna see now is a video that he shot, or video that Channel 5 shot, outside of the kind of in conjunction with the time that he did the Hollywood anti-vaxxers. So let's just throw in the cheapo headphones and let's listen to this. Now, the Uhuru March for Reparations. This, I've seen clips, some clips of it, and this is fucking awesome. Let's see this cringy shit. Let's go.
Uhuru! Uhuru, everybody! Uhuru means freedom in Swahili. I just want to welcome all of you today and thank all of you for coming out to the March for Reparations to African people. Uhuru! Give yourselves all a round of applause.
Yep.
I'm a descendant of...
Alright, so I'm going to say this off the bat. And I want you guys to hear me, right? For people of African descent, we thank you. We really, really thank you. For those of you who are not of African descent, those who are not of Native descent, those who are not, BIPOC people. And yeah, we want to thank you for your allyship. And I'm not going to be like some of these other people like, oh no, you don't really know how to be allies. That being said, you don't have to prostrate yourself at the feet of BIPOC people. You don't. It's cool. It's great. Like, anybody who's requesting that, fucking run. Because here's the thing. You're not your ancestors. The same version of us aren't requesting that, and the ones who's like, yeah, you better treat us. Those people are bad. Those people are bad. But here we go. Let's go.
Settlers, and I believe in reparations in order to heal our nation. And we need to address racially based climate change in order to save our planet, in order to save this race. And we need to give reparations before we're going to be able to heal anything, including our planet.
Okay, and this is what I mean. Like, you don't have to cry. You can have conviction with it. But this shit right here, it looks like you're cosplaying guilt. At least to me. It looks like you're cosplaying guilt to me. Now, if you're upset on the fact that our fucking planet is burning, cool. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you. But, like, nobody wants white guilt. No, nobody wants that. No, nobody wants this. Let's march hand in hand as, all humans that want to see. But it's cringy. And shout out to Channel 5 for sending a black person to do this, because as we can see, this gets very cringy.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you. Your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that you can say. Like, dude, like, yeah, he was right. Like, this is the only thing that you can fucking say, because she is fucking hurt about this. And I'm like, no, don't. Your heart is in the right place, but don't do this shit. Don't do this shit. Well, all right, let's go.
Damn. Uhuru.
Breaking news. Breaking news. You're watching Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan.
You're probably wondering what you're watching. I'm your host, Andrew Callahan, and that footage was from the Uhuru Reparations March on the streets of Oakland, California. At the time of this rally, I was a few hours south in Hollywood at an anti-vax march.
Here we are, Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine, Freedom March.
But the night before, we caught wind of a very important day, the National Day for African Reparations, hosted by an organization called Uhuru Solidarity, whose slogan is white solidarity with black power.
I have nothing to say about this picture.
Whose slogan is
I have nothing to say about this picture. Dude, I get like, okay, all right, let's go.
Is white solidarity with black power.
As white people, we have always upheld the lie that America is the home of freedom and democracy.
But the reality is very different.
Long before Trump and the cries of fascism, African people were catching hell.
Something is wrong with this reality. Because every opportunity and amenity I have has been at the expense of my black and brown brothers and sisters around the world. You owe money. If you don't give it, we're going to come take it.
Coming to take it.
And I...
All right. So let's do this. Let's have this conversation. Now, there are some of the black community who want cash, reparations and things of that nature, and I can't shit on them for wanting that. I feel, as a form of reparations, why don't we, I don't know, release all the non-violent drug offenders? Like, period. Stop. Like, just release them and clean their fucking records. Let's take all. Let's decriminalize and let's decriminalize, not legalize. Let's decriminalize drugs. Let's decriminalize. Like, just off back. Like, right now. Like, stop with the whole, like, weed is a Schedule 1 thing. Why don't we, I don't know, do Medicare for all and have a mental health component to that fucking program? These are reparations that, would not only help black folks, but help everybody, because they're universal programs, and it'll be a lot harder to get rid of universal programs. Let's I don't know, let's do like free college, free state college, not this 2-year trade school bullshit, or just 2-year trade school bullshit. Let's just do free fucking college. And here, those opportunity zones that Trump set up through the first COVID spending bill, let's expand that shit, and let's actually get funding to, I don't know, help revitalize neighborhoods where you don't have to have a fucking business, where you don't have to have business and investments into different housings or buildings and shit like that. Let's actually make it where, instead of having just abandoned buildings around different neighborhoods around big cities, let's actually let the communities buy those and turn it into, like, housing for low income housing or no income housing and shit like that. Let's do that shit instead of just cash reparations just once. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, the whole, like, making sure people have a place to live and, start attacking things like food insecurity, shit like that. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, no, like no. Look. Nobody's coming for your money. That's stupid. Oh, okay. All right, let's get back to the video.
I've seen Prince take it, all right?
So while I was busy in Hollywood at the anti-vax rally, we sent our African studies correspondent, Saddam, to the Bay Area to figure out what the hell's going on.
My mama always told me about that water. And I said, okay, ma, just gon' put my feet in. I'm sorry, ma, I got right in that water. I ain't ever noticed I was going deep in.
Uhuru. We are here at Snow Park. It's one of the whitest parks I've ever seen. We're going to see the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. It's a bunch of white people that believe in African reparations. They want to give us money, so let's get some money.
Okay. Yes, he just said that. Remember, this is Channel 5, but let's go.
The United States of America was built on stolen land and stolen labor. The African People's Socialist Party was putting forward the figure of $4.1 trillion in unpaid labor. It's really...
Yeah, this is very true. This is very true. Great. That was now like that was then. What's going on now? How can we fix this situation now? All right. I'm being an asshole. Let's go.
Really about we as white people confronting our privilege in this system, and not just confronting it ideologically, but confronting it actually by giving back.
Can I have $5?
Are you serious?
Yes.
You got change?
Yes. He literally believed this shit so much that when a guy said, "Can I have $5?" It's like, yeah, you got change? What? This is the cringy shit. All right, let's go.
Actually, I don't. Sorry. I don't. Sorry.
Okay. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
And like his heart is in the right place. The whole free Palestine. These are like dude, like I'm not shitting on their desire, their whole thing of actually wanting to help support oppressed people around the world. Don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on that. But to take it, that's like the picture of those people that were washing the feet of African Americans in like the BLM process. No, don't do that. Don't do that. This shit right here, that's fucking cringe. You go from the extremes where people were objectified for being, and turned into objects for the purpose of chattel slavery to this. Like, it's what's the best way to say it? It's another type of objectifying because it goes to like, oh, you're just your oppression that you face. Like, no, these are people, and like we want to reach out to people. Like okay, let's go.
What's going on?
We're here marching for reparations for African people. We want reparations.
How would you like to see like reparations being used like in the black community?
I think that's up to the black people and how they want to do it.
That's true. Can I get $5?
Of course. I only have a 20. Does that work?
That works, yeah. $20 is cool. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah. Let's go.
I love you back.
Hey.
We're with the Freedom Socialist Party, so we're a socialist, feminist, anti-racist, international party. Again, coming from an anti-capitalist perspective, we do think that redistributing the wealth is going to need to happen for any liberation to really happen.
Hell yeah. Can I have $5?
That's not the massive reparations. Where it comes from matters, and it needs to be paid by the people that have reaped the benefits.
We are for reparations.
So this is the answer that everybody should actually give. Look, check it out. Everybody that's not a person of color, no, that's black or indigenous, that middle class is struggling just to rest as everybody else. We're not coming for your fucking money. If I'm a streamer, I'm a YouTuber, Twitch streamer. If you want to donate to me because of my content, that's great. Thank you for that. I support that. that's supporting me. But this shit where people are just like, oh no, you're black, so I need to give you money. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's dehumanizing. Don't do that. Oh my God. Like, and then it's just like, yes. She said it right. Like no. Like, no, let's get the motherfuckers who's benefit the most. I am so serious with this. Please, if you're an ally, that's cool. And I'm not going to be one of those gatekeeping motherfuckers who say, oh, you can only be an ally this way. You don't really understand. Like, no, that's stupid. Because everybody knows how it is to feel like somebody is pressing down on their neck, especially this day and age where income inequality is affecting us all. But this cringy shit, like, oh, can I get $5? And like, no, I only got change. Can I get this? Like, that shit is cringy. And your heart may be in the right place, but it's like, let's tackle the system of capitalism that's fucking us all over. But let's go.
Reparations. We are, actually working on, a pamphlet on what, the specifics should be. But reparations are a just demand. When you have people that were stolen from their countries and then tell them, oh, hey, you're free now, but we're going to still let people, discriminate against you. You need to make things right through reparations. And that's mega corporations, and it is the capitalist system. And I don't think it's, I'd give you $5 if I had it, but I don't think it's for any individual who's part of the working class. Again, I don't have it the way I should have it under the system either. So it's not so much, I don't think, for any working class or per person to provide that personally, but to be in a movement that's demanding that happen at a systemic level. And again, tax the rich to get schools, tax the rich to make housing, tax the rich to pay for reparations. That's where I would come at it from.
Yes, that is the correct way. Because once you start saying, oh, this white person has to pay, that white person has to pay, it causes animosity. That whole mindset of just like, oh no, just middle class white people have to pay for it. The fuck? They're middle class, the shrinking middle class. That is stupid. You know how much you have to be to make middle class? About 60 grand in most states in the US. And for you to sell somebody who's making 60 grand, it's like, oh yeah, y'all part of the oppressing class. They would rightly look at you like you're a fucking idiot. They would. And I'm sorry. I am fucking sorry. For you to actually expect that, all these motherfucking, Hotep, all these motherfucking BHI motherfuckers who's like, yeah, this particular, just because you're white, you're holding us down. No, this shit is stupid. And that young lady had a very, very powerful message. You don't beat white capitalism by black capitalism. You beat it by socialism. But let's go.
So right now, hella people gave speeches, and now we're marching to the furniture store, the Uhuru furniture store. So far, I got $20. I would have got 25, but the dude didn't have change. Some of these niggas are just broke.
My name is Allie Aiello from Oakland, California, or I'm not from Oakland, California. I've lived in Oakland, California since February of this year, and I'm from New Jersey. Yeah.
All right, cool. So what are we doing here today?
Like, it's okay to say you live in Oakland. It's fine. It's okay. I'm from Oakland right now. I live in Oakland. You don't have to say, oh, I came from New Jersey. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, so we're out here. The organization that's putting this on is the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. We're an organization that works under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party to organize, particularly in the white community, for reparations to African people.
Africa is the future. It's the youngest continent on the planet. There is so much potential there. Living there, it's so dynamic. There's so much opportunity. It is literally the future. It will drive innovation from the youth and from additional investment.
You know what? It's just me, and I'm gonna stop right here because when she said the youngest continent on the planet, she thought she meant geologically time, which is not. It's actually, ironically, the oldest continent on the planet. That if you look at geological history, the first proto-continent was Africa, and it eventually it was two continents. Then it came back together, and then it came together, and now it's actually starting to split apart again. Geological history, I know, but she meant age-wise. And now here's the thing: it's a reason because of that. Because all the war, the famines, and all this other shit, people are fucking dying. Okay, but that's just demographically speaking. But let's go.
What are three of your favorite things about Africa?
Oh, wow, okay. I was in West Africa, and they joke a lot with each other. And so, like, if I'm Tore and you're Koulibaly, I'd be like, oh, you eat beans. And you'd be like, oh, well, you're my slave. So, yeah.
Cool. Can I get $5?
He's like, okay, can I get $5? Okay, all right, let's go.
I don't have any cash, but I can Venmo you.
I only got Cash App.
Oh, I got Cash App.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout out Cash App. Cash App is the best service ever. Channel 5 Cash App gang. Shout out Cash App. The best way to send.
Okay. Like, why is this man wearing a ski mask? I'm sorry. Okay, let's go.
Reparations. If you were reincarnated, would you be white again?
I want to say no. I would love to be like part of the Black community, like for real. But I also know that that's kind of like signing myself up for issues in life. But you know, I don't know, man. I like loved being in Africa, so like I would be very happy to be like a West African, like a Malian specifically. They're the best people. They're like so kind and cool and honest.
Yeah, I fuck with Mali. Oh, do you live in Oakland?
I don't think she got the joke, dog. She did, and like this shit is. The way you answer that question is not, I don't know, because being black is kind of disadvantaging. That's not how you answer that question. The way you answer that question is, you know what? It doesn't matter to me as long as we have a community where we're supporting and helping people. You don't answer that question like that. Like, god damn. This shit is cringy. All right, let's go.
Play now?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How long have you lived out here?
2 years.
Cool. So going into the rally, I didn't know what to expect. I realized that most of these people weren't even from Oakland. A lot of these people was from like Virginia, Boston, Santa Cruz, San Diego. And the thing about Oakland is it's a majority black city, right? Was it Chocolate City, as some people would say?
Is that what they said?
That's what they used to call cities, like Chocolate Cities or some shit like that. It was a majority black population.
But Uhuru's platform for reparations does not address anything in the Bay Area. All the money collected at that march was supposedly going to the construction of a basketball court in St. Louis, Missouri.
Niggas love basketball. No, I'm sorry, no. But that's not really gonna uplift the community as much as like some type of educational institution, something that'll help people out, like free lunch programs. The basketball court seems kind of redundant to me, especially if you're in Oakland.
So Oakland has become.
So this is what I'm talking about. This shit is what I'm talking about. Like meaningful reparations and change. Like the shit that I listed specifically talking about how you need to like do things that are meaningful help, like the Medicare for all with a mental health component, like expunging all the drug crimes and shit like that. Like this is the shit I'm talking about, but they're talking about a basketball court in motherfucking sake. Okay, all right, let's go.
One of the hottest rental markets in the Bay Area. Now people who've lived in the city for decades are getting pushed out.
Well, the reality of gentrification is hitting Oakland's LGBTQ community tonight. The building that serves as headquarters for Oakland Pride has been sold to a real estate firm.
Me and my daughter got regentified to North Richmond.
Spacious lofts and turn-of-the-century Victorians, West Oakland has been a hot spot for local artists and musicians.
It's kind of a quintessentially West Oakland kind of a space.
So the mayor of Oakland announced she's creating a special cabinet to look at housing and affordability.
According to the East Bay Equity Atlas, Oakland's black community has decreased by 25% in the past 10 years, and 91% of low-income homes of color are currently in areas that are actively gentrifying or about to gentrify. This is a result of big tech's takeover of the Bay Area, which has caused home prices to rise while wages for the working class have remained the same.
I mean, we should look and see how many basketball courts are in St. Louis. It just seems extremely racist to me. I don't know. A group of all white people go to historically one of the blackest cities in California, the home of the Black Panthers, and they want to collect money from other white people, but like not marching through white neighborhoods and build a basketball court so we can ball up.
And this is the shit that I'm talking about. This exactly is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, God, that's what I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. It's like, instead of tackling systemic shit, oh, this makes me feel good. I don't know, like, dude. And as I said, even earlier in this video, if you want to actually help support BIPOC people, like, okay, but let's tackle the real fucking issues, not just, well, you know, basketball court in St. Louis, you know, like, where were these marches for reparations that seem like a fucking pipe dream for, I don't know, say, more protests for higher minimum wages? Where were these protests? Where were these protests when you have fuckers like Manchin and Sinema downvoting a $15 minimum wage? Where were these protests then? They were silent. They were fucking silent. Where were these protests when where we all need Medicare for all? These motherfuckers are silent. But you want to protest for reparations? And then the money goes to a basketball court 2 time zones away. But let's continue.
St. Louis, Missouri, yeah, like on the other side of the country. Somewhere where the people who donated the money will never be able to see shit that might come out of there. You know what I mean? Who knows? If Michael Jackson, then oh shit. if the next Kobe Bryant come out St. Louis, Missouri from the Uhuru Solidarity basketball court, nobody will be able to be like, I seen that kid, I grew up with him. You know what I mean? So, you know, we decided to see what's up with people from the town, actually from the community.
Well, all I heard was white solidarity. I said, I better get the hell out of here. Shit, You're right. I didn't know what that meant. So.
Well, what are your opinions on reparations?
I agree with it. I mean, as a people, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, all we can do is state our case.
True.
You know what I mean? Just like with anything with laws and, you know, rights, you know. And hopefully Congress or our local officials will step in and, you know, and help out with that kind of a thing.
Hopefully. You think white people are evil?
No, I ain't saying no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some of them are, but some of them are not.
You think they owe us money, though?
I think they should. Somebody should, you know, give a little something back.
I think they do.
As a start, I think that every black person in America deserves the right to know where we come from, our ancestry, and it could be done with a DNA from our government. It would.
Wait, no, stop, no. I look, no. Not only does like those DNA tests, they allow for you to motherfucking, they allow for companies to patent your DNA. Like literally, no. Because that turns you into a profit for these DNA companies. It also can actually be used to report the shit to, like, you know, insurance companies. And thirdly, that plays into the whole we all were kings and we need to know descendants. Like, no, that's still like a Western capitalist mindset. I get you want history, but let's do cultural revitalization and archaeological culture renaissance. Not it's your DNA doesn't, well, it does make you human because we're all human, but that doesn't make you more human or more African. All right, let's go.
Would give us knowledge. It would empower us to know who we are. Where do we come from? The slave trade, everything was lost. And the government owes us to us as a people to know where we come from.
What are your thoughts on reparations?
I think ideally it is owed, but in reality, I don't believe that it will happen. How do you put an amount on, and where does it start and where does it stop? So how do you calculate? I mean, America will be bankrupt, right?
What if I just start asking white people for money?
No.
Oh shit. Oh. He's like, no. Like, don't. It's like, why the fuck would you do something stupid like that? All right, let's go.
Not. I think that's a federal government thing. We just can't start asking, people where money is. He don't owe me anything.
I got $20 so far.
Bye.
Reparations is not going to be, some sort of welfare check from the U.S. government, because how could a welfare check or some sort of payout or something like that ever meet the dollar amount that's been stolen from African people? How do you define what George Floyd's life was worth, in terms of the culture that he brought to the family, his role as a father, and what he brought to his community?
So who controls where all the money goes when y'all collect reparations?
The furniture store. I think it's a great way to raise money for the movement. They also have great stuff. Like, I've bought a lot of stuff from here. And
So what does the furniture store do with the money?
well, I don't know exactly how they use the money, but I think they use it for like the same kind of thing that we're marching for today, to build resources and to invest in the Black community in the U.S. Yeah.
Does it go to the basketball court?
I'm not sure. Yeah. This is my first time volunteering.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Wow. And as Hell Satan said in the chat, this is like live LARPers. Like, I okay. So let's actually just let's like just address this. This is the same things you see these fucking tankies like LARPing on the motherfucker. Oh, revolution! Like, how are you meanly changing it? Because I'm supporting this, or I'm doing a hashtag, or in some cases I'm giving money. Like, are you trying to help political change because you can't revolution your way into that shit without having a sizable force? No, we revolution. Like this is clearly just passivism in a way where it's just like, it's a way of, encouraging passivism. And the fact is, you heard it. She didn't even know what the money is going for. She's just like, girl, yeah, I'm giving money. This is my first time. It makes me feel good. Like, the fuck? This shit is crazy. And I'm sorry. Like, seriously, guys, I'm sorry. Where are these people that, can promote, like I said, a higher minimum wage? These people that should be marching for, like, I give it to them. These are the people that march for the BLM protest, who's pushing for, police reform. And we need you out there every day. We need you out there advocating for this shit every day. And not just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this one thing that makes me feel good. And like, don't get me wrong, and I've said it, their heart's in the right place. I don't want to just take that away from them, that their heart's in the wrong place. No, fuck that. Like, it's actually in the right place. It's just that this shit is incredibly cringy. And no, I'm not okay with that. This shit is just like, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. But anyway, you know what you should be okay with? What's up, Joe? What's up? You should be okay with actually oh wow, 11 hours. Damn. Okay, I'm one to talk. After 8 hours of work, I'm doing this for another 2.5 hours. So yeah, no, fuck, I give you that. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching in chat, we're gonna go to our next video, our next subject, and please follow on YouTube, Twitch, all that other good shit. You have it, and yeah, we're gonna end this video segment here.
If I gave myself the power